Bis jetzt ist es hier noch ungefährlich. Das war schon wieder? Nee. Okay. Dann hier runter. Ah, da steht er schon. Red Axe. Genau zu dir wollte ich. Huh? Business with Captain Herbert, you say? Visitors from the Red Axe? Captain Herbert. You two thinkers, this kinks again. I told you to stay out of my sight unless the renegade was with you. Captain, we beg of you. I'll be frank, I don't trust the three of you as far as I can throw you, but I believe in trust and the priority now is bringing in the deserter. Should his return shed any light on the investigation, so much the better. Very well. I shall draft your authorization. Decurin, a wax seal if you would. Of course, Captain. Should be right back here. It should. My apologies, sir. It seems we've exhausted our supplies. We've a reserve stock in Bastok, but to return there would take ages. Unless, of course, the goblin letterbox in Wunkel Inlet. She's always there in a pinch to fix up with the goods we need, for a fee, of course. Last time I brought along a lump of beeswax and a jar of red textile dye, and she was happy to oblige. You there, soldier, go to Wunkel Inlet and procure the wax seal we need. That's an order. Nikolaus, 5 moons, you will tell me all you know of Zeid and Captain Clara. It would seem the secrets behind their disappearance run deeper than any of us imagined. Okay, dann geht's nach Wunkel Inlet. So, da sind wir mal wieder bei Lederbox und wie es der Zufall so will, habe ich bereits beides mir besorgt. Einmal Beeswax und einmal was ist denn? Da, red textile dye. Oh, what bring you to Leader today? A wax seal, you say? Don't tell me for Red Axe, right? Figures Big Luck can't do anything for himself. Fine, sit tight and I whip one up for ya. Leaders wax to save the day, keep your secrets tucked safe away. Here you go. And you tell Red Axe this. Next time he sends someone to do his own dirty work, I'd be charging double, got it? Okay, dann geht's zurück. Ah yes, no mistaking the sight, or the stink of it. There's one leader's wax seal alright. What? Go myself next time or she'll charge double? Wait, that's no good. Bah, it's just as well. I could use some fresh air for a change. Excellent work, soldier. Skeptical as I was, speaking with these two has convinced me beyond a doubt. The fugitives must be found at all costs, and it would seem you're the best man for the job. I'll write up yours on authorization. Thank you for your trust, Captain. We are forever in your debt. I've no use for words, Skinks. You can show your gratitude by tracking down your comrade and getting to the bottom of this whole mess. That's an order. Yes, sir. We've done it, Albert. 5 moons. Now to see what tantalizing secrets the archives hold, and let's return to the Republic with all speed. Okay, dann geht's wieder zur Gentle Tiger. Oh, Elvip. Nicholas just came rushing through here like a rabid Fledermaus. Fledermaus? Okay. Hätte ich gedacht, dass das Wort tatsächlich im Englischen in irgendeiner Form existiert. Aber gut. Whatever do you suppose has gotten into him? At any rate, go on in. He should be right inside. Ah, Elvip, 5 moons. Take the scenic route, did you? I took. Forgive me. I simply couldn't bear the weight, so I took it upon myself to pursue the records on my own. Little to my surprise, it didn't take long to come across a most intriguing passage. You found a clue? The entry in question is dated CE 858, or roughly 6 years ago. It reads, in the vicinity of Horfang Keep in Borsedin, Captain Clara Bester and the Mithril Musketeers captured and took into custody the Galka war cloud. Captured? What could this mean? What could Zeid possibly have done that would call for his capture? Who was he? I'm afraid the report goes into no further detail. Still, to be chased out to the far reaches of such savage territory, it's clear enough he was up to no good. Wait, Horfang? Why does that name ring so familiar to me? Yes. Yes, of course! That was the site of the Galka massacre. The Galka massacre? Ah, you speak of the 13th. Have you heard the tale, Elbeb? It was some 7 years ago. The 13th Regiment was dispatched to Borsedin for a particularly perilous campaign against the Beastmen. But the 13th was no ordinary unit. It was comprised entirely of Galka, you see. Some even say it was for this reason that they were chosen for such a dangerous mission. It cannot be denied, given how deep prejudices ran in those days. Unfortunately, the tale comes to the tragic end. Reports from the front said they fought dauntlessly against a foe who vastly outnumbered them. In the end, not a single brave soldier was to return. Nikolaus, could there be some connection between Zeid's disappearance and the fate of the 13th? As it stands, it's the only lead we've got. Come, Albert, 5 moons, let us make for Bosedin, for Horfang. But let us be cautious. The glacier is not a forgiving place. Okay, das bedeutet, wir gehen schon wieder mal nach Bosedin. Wenn er sich hier mal reinlädt, aber na gut, wird sie bald. Ja. Da waren wir auch noch nicht. Horfang sagt mir gar nichts. Aber wo ist das denn? Bei F10. Na gut. Wir werden wahrscheinlich wieder hier die Ebenen hin und her reiten müssen. So, schauen wir, wo sind wir denn? Wir sind bei G7 und wir wollen zu F10. Okay, also da wieder ganz nach unten. Na super. Let's structure the center of F10. Okay. Naja, wir schauen jetzt erstmal Center auf F10. Wir gehen jetzt erstmal da runter. So, da bin ich. Und ich habe mich natürlich immer wieder total verlaufen. Aber jetzt sind wir da. Die Cutscene lädt. Zeid! That's one more you owe me, Warcloud. Captain Clara. I knew it. They were in it together all along. Captain Clara, Zeid. The two of you must... you have much to answer for. Have you even the slightest conception of what you've done? Captain, I knew you would come. I too would hear your answer. Zeid? Ever since that day, I have struggled to piece it all together. The bonds we share bear the strength of time. Through the years, I have known you always to be an honorable captain and a true friend. I wanted to believe, I had to believe that you had your reasons for doing what you did. But no, this I cannot understand. I cannot forgive. There are no circumstances, no motives that could excuse an act of cold-blooded treason. Zeid. It seems I have you all a bit. I've caused you all a bit of trouble. You have my apologies, but I fear I had no other choice. The President is in league with the Beastmen. Even now he plots in the shadow of the Republic's demise. What is this nonsense? Do you offer any proof? If anyone is in league with the enemy, it's you. We've already seen through your little Darksteel hurricane charade. Disguising an Ahriman as the notorious killer for reasons I can't even begin to fathom. So you too have been poisoned by Prince venomous fangs. But you not, Zeid. You trust me, don't you? Captain, No, Zeid. Pay no heed to her lies. Zeid, surely you haven't forgotten by whose good grace you stand here today. By whose charity the murderer became a musketeer. Murderer? I still believe in you, Zeid. Your friends may have gone over to the darkness, but you shall remain true to the end, until we meet again. Zeid? What did she mean, murderer? She's fabricating stories, isn't she? Just like that nonsense about the President. Tell me she lies, Zeid. Tell me she lies! The captain speaks true. No, it can't be. That's scars. The Darksteel hurricane? But why? I couldn't forgive them. They left us to die. Forgive who? Who left who to die? You're making no sense, Zeid. It was 7 long years ago. We were on an expedition to the north when we came under sudden ambush by the Beastmen. The enemy came in great numbers. With the aid of the patrol unit stationed nearby, we could have withstood them. But no. Those accursed humans came, gave but a single glance in our direction and went on their way. And so we fought alone to our death. What? But that's not what the records say. And this surprises you, 5 Moons? Who writes the histories? No Golka, I tell you. The scar, it's the mark of the 13th Regiment, a once proud band of which now only I remain. That day, as I lay on the battlefield, surrounded by the bloodied corpses of my comrades, my brothers, my friends, by whose side I would fight and love no more, I carved this mark into my forehead and swore a vow to myself. Try as they may to rewrite the past, I would show them that there is one who would never, ever forget the injustices of that day. So you hunted them down, murdered them in cold blood and mutilated their foreheads as you did your own? And you would call this justice? Have you any idea what you've done? The man we took for a comrade turns out to be no more than a savage killer. We've been serving alongside a murderer all this time, 5 moons? It would seem the Mithril Musketeers deserve their fate. Zeid, I can't even begin to express the depth to which you've betrayed us. Begone from my sight and see that your blood-stained blade never disgraces the Mithril Musketeers again. That's him. That's the renegade. Zeid of Company Jackal, I place you under arrest for desertion. Take him away. And you've got my permission to break a bone or two. In fact, make that an order. Huh. Seems even a few lousy skinks are good to their word after all. Even thought of coming over to the Jackals? I've got a shortage of capable men in my squad. Anyway, here's something for your troubles. Now don't get yourself killed on your return. Thank you, Albert. You can take that with you. We couldn't have done any of this without your help. This whole affair with Zeid doesn't sit well with me, but there's little we can do here. Let's return to the Republic and consider our next move. Okay. We couldn't have done it without you. Was habe ich in der Mission gemacht? Ich bin hinterhergelaufen und habe mehr oder weniger Nikolaus die Arbeit machen lassen. Ich habe einmal Wachs besorgt. Aber sie hätten es nicht ohne mich schaffen können. Na gut. Dann war's das für heute. Wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal. Bis dahin, macht's gut.